Uy, dumating na ang budget phone ni UMIDIG, and this is the UMIDIG G100 4G. Powered by the Unisoc T615, and it also has a 6,000 mAh na battery with 20 watts na fast charging. Together with it, meron siyang 50 MP na main camera sensor. Should this budget phone be your next daily driver? Alamin natin after this quick intro. So itong UMIDIG na G100 na may 6 plus 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage is currently priced at 6,200 pesos, which makukuha mo as low as 5,500 pesos once na nagkaroon ng sale. And I'll link everything on the description box below. Just check it out or just simply click the product link. Now, one of the first thing na napansin ko dito sa kanyang design is it's very sleek. Pansin nyo, no? Mukhang Realme 13 series. Yan na napansin ko sa kanya. Yung kanyang camera ring dito, no? Looks quite familiar for me. Though it looks a little bit more simple compared sa Realme, pero alam naman natin na galing sa Huawei itong design na ito. One of the good things dito sa kanya is matte finish ang kanyang likod, so definitely wala siyang fingerprint. And okay naman kanyang white dito. Hindi lang siya super white, medyo kunting pagka-pearly white ang kanyang finish. Plastic frames ang kanyang likod. It also has a plastic back. And hindi ko lang sure kung anong scratch resistant level ang meron niya dito sa kanyang glass. One thing na hindi ko masyado gusto is, of course, teardrop notch pa rin siya for 2025. And it's a little bit thick ang kanyang bezels all the way pati kanyang bottom. But on the upside, it still has a hybrid SIM. So you can use isang 4G card plus isang microSD card or dalawang 4G sabay. Now this phone is being powered by the Unisoc na T615, which is a very capable na chip from Unisoc. It's a 12nm chip which will give you all of the multitasking na kailangan mo gawin on this phone. Wala siyang magiging problema. Nung sinalang ko sa AnTuTu benchmark, 317,000 points na nakuha ko, and this is the breakdown score. This is even better than the Snapdragon 685 ang kanyang score. 154 loop score and a 96% stability dito sa Wildlife Extreme. This is the score na nakuha ko dito sa Geekbench. Ito kanyang GPU benchmark. Now, one of the things na nagustuhan ko dito sa kanya is that it has a big battery. 6,000 mAh na battery with a 20 watts na fast charging. I wouldn't say it's fast charging pero not so bad na for a budget phone like this one. One thing na nagustuhan ko dito sa kanya is tumatagal naman ng battery. It can last you almost 2 days based on my usage and using as a daily driver. Wala kang maging problema dito as long as you're not using it for heavy gaming, which tatalakayin natin kung kaya nga ba na mag-game dito a little bit later. Pero one thing that I'm sure dito is makundan ka ng battery dahil nung sinalang ko sa PCMark battery stress test, under 50% brightness and 60Hz screen refresh rate, 19 hours and 12 minutes ang nakuha ko. Solid. Now, kung display naman pag-usapan natin, this has a more elongated na screen. It's a 6.9-inch na IPS LCD, which surprisingly comes with a 120Hz screen refresh rate. Though this one can only display up to 720p, pero if you're browsing on your favorite social media dito, wala kang maging problema dito. Dahil okay naman, smooth naman maging experience mo dito dahil it can give you 120Hz screen refresh rate. And nung nagbabrowse naman sa Facebook, sa TikTok, sa Instagram, wala akong maging problema dito. Basta maganda naman yung internet connection, shouldn't be a problem. Now if you're watching your favorite shows naman dito, expect na okay naman ka na display. Though pinaka-maximum na pwede mong i-display dito 720p sa YouTube. Just to set your expectation, syempre 720p is just 720p. You wouldn't get it as sharp as a 1080p or a 2K display, but nevertheless, I would say na it's watchable naman. Now, pagdating naman sa kanyang sounds, it's just average. Hindi naman siya ganong kalakasan dahil it's just one loud firing speaker dito sa ilalim. But bonus, meron pa siyang headphone jack dito, so you can still use your favorite headphones dito on this device. No, naglaro naman ng isang game dito and I played Call of Duty Mobile. The gameplay was just okay. I wouldn't say na it's above average or average. Siguro there are times na okay siya and there are times na medyo maiinis ka konti dito sa kanya dahil of course syempre mafe-feel mo na there's some lags, there's some frame drops along the way, but there are times naman na okay naman kayo ng performance. So I was able to play a 30-minute game dito sa kanya and yun ang napansin ko, no, there are times na okay naman siya and hindi siya super duper consistent. Yun ang napansin ko dito sa kanya. Though it was able to give me a average gameplay, the touch response was okay. The sounds is quite weak, lalo na kung kulang yung isang speaker coming from one of the sides, no? Doon ka lang mabibitin sa kanyang sounds. Pero one thing na napansin ko dito sa kanya is hindi siya masyadong mainit after 30 minutes of gameplay. Umabot na siya ng 36 degrees Celsius. Napag-usapan natin quickly ang kanyang camera. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor with a 2MP na macro lens and a 2MP na depth sensor. It can shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps, and ang kanyang front-facing camera is 16MP which can shoot you up to 720p and 30fps. So guys, tingnan natin some of these shots na nakuha natin sa G100 ni Umidi G. So taking some outdoor shot, pansin ko, no, okay naman kanyang shot, though medyo a little bit overexposed lang based sa aking mata. Mapapansin mo medyo masyado siyang maputi for me. And looking at some of these rocks, though makita mo naman there's a lot of details, but for me medyo maputi nga lang yung photo. You can look at this flower, medyo simple lang naman tong shot na ito, though there is quite something lacking. Pero for me, not bad na siya for its price point. Taking a look at this rosebud, nahirapan siya mag-focus on smaller object. Yan ang napansin ko. But taking a look at this flower, itong kanyang pagka-orange daw, quite accurate. This is almost what I see with my naked eye, which is good job dito sa shot na ito. Pati itong flower na ito, no, itong color niya, which is almost color accurate based on what I see sa aking naked eye. Plus yung kanyang green is a little bit saturated but quite good naman ang tingnan. Itong purple na ito, pansin ko medyo mas pale lang ng konti based on what I see. Pero itong yellow na ito is not so bad based sa aking observation. Now, if you bring the camera indoor, pansin ko yung kanyang color is a little bit overexposed din on some point. Pero kung finocus mo siya na maayos, it might get a little bit better shot. Product photography looks just okay, nothing really special. Pero kung finocus mo na siya na maayos, it was able to get a good product shot. And a little bit background blur is not so bad. Equally said din dito sa photo na ito, okay lang kanyang subject. And this one is not bad as well. Now, meron din naman siyang zooming capability dito, and this is a normal shot. 2 times. And 3 times. So, well, okay pa naman siya after 3 times zooming. Now, further checking some other shots dito, looks quite good naman tong shot na ito. Very simple lang. And pag-focus naman dito sa cup na ito, kuhang-kuha naman ng logo ng brand. As well as taking a photo dito sa kanang signage, looks quite good. Now, kung front-facing camera naman pag-uusapan natin, medyo hindi ako natutuwa sa kanya. Very soft ang kanyang details. Pag zoom in mo, makita mo halos pixelated na aking mukha. And yeah, this is my reaction nung kinukuha ko tong shot na ito, though. Very, very soft ang details na aking mukha. Equally said din dito on indoor, wala ka na masyado makita ang details na once you zoom it in. Pero kung hindi mo naman si zoom, well, honestly, I'll say, pwede pang pagtsagaan. Kahit itong shot na ito is also, well, a little bit below what I expect. Now, checking kind of front-facing camera for vlogging, honestly, parang mas matino ang kanyang resolution dito compared sa kanyang photo, though it's a bit shaky. Using kind of rear camera, it's equally shaky, and yung kanyang color resolution is just so-so. Not really one of the best for this price point. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa G100 ni Umidi G? Honestly, it's a very budget phone na very capable naman. Ang T615 is definitely a workhorse pagdating sa budget range. Now, one thing na magustuhan mo dito sa kanya is definitely kanyang design. Hindi siya mukhang cheapy at this level. Honestly, pagkakamalan mo pa siya ng mga nasa sub 10,000 pesos. And one thing na masasabi ko sa inyo is that abangan nyo mag-sale to. It can get it at 5.5. Mas sulit siya based on my recommendation. Na itong device ito would definitely be perfect sa mga nagtitipid, or if you want a backup device, this could also be a good option. So kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan pwede mabili itong device na ito, I'll pop the link on the description box below or just simply click the product link. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends, and the quick sub sa aking channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.